Donald Trump becoming president of the United States for the second time.
He'll be sworn in as the 47th president in a ceremony inside the Capitol.
Eyewitness News anchor Mike Marza joining us from Capitol Hill with more on today's inauguration. Good morning, Mike.
Charlene and Michelle, good morning to you from Washington. In less than 5.5 hours, the United States will have a new president. President-elect Trump will become president at noon. So much has been put into today to change the plans because of the weather. For the first time in 40 years, the service will happen indoors. The oath of office will be taken inside the Capitol Rotunda with about 600 people watching it up close. We know the president-elect will begin his day at church at St. John's Episcopal Church. It's a tradition for the incoming presidents to begin service there. Then the president-elect will travel to the White House for some tea and coffee with the outgoing president family. Then that will be followed by the oath of office and the inaugural address. Let's take it to yesterday, though, because it was just a few hours ago. It seemed like we were about a mile away from here at the Capital One Arena in downtown D.C., where basketball teams play, where hockey teams play. But yesterday it was all about Team Trump. Here was his entrance. He came in through the crowd. It was a wild scene as Secret Service was escorting him down the stairs. He really delivered a message that you would see on the campaign trail, talking about America first and being on the eve of taking the country back. He took credit for restoring TikTok service in this country, and he also took credit for the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. The president-elect also talked about sweeping presidential executive actions that he plans to take in just hours from now.
We're going to stop the invasion of our borders. We're going to reclaim our wealth. We're going to unlock the liquid gold that's right under our feet. Liquid gold. We're going to bring back law and order to our cities. We're going to restore patriotism to our schools, get radical left, woke ideologies the hell out of our military and out of our government. And we are going to make America great again.
So what does President Trump's presidency look like for New York and for the tri-state when it comes to issues like congestion pricing and immigration, which, by the way, he talked a lot about enacting these executive orders today? With all of those answers from the local politicians, here's Eyewitness News anchor Sandra Bookman.
President Trump is promising to hit the ground running, signing several executive orders immediately after taking the office. New York lawmakers say there are several issues they'd like to see addressed.
Well, I think we need to seal our borders. We're seeing a lot of crime in the metropolitan area from criminals that came from south of the border.
Mass deportations are just one of the new president's promises important to local Republican lawmakers. His vow to end congestion pricing in New York City, another.
President Trump, if he can legally reverse congestion pricing from the federal level, he will do it. And we've spoken about this, and I think there is an angle for him.
With Republicans controlling the White House, the Senate, and the House, the next 4 years will be an uphill battle for Democrats, already laying out one of their major policy objectives.
We are calling on President-elect Donald Trump and the congressional Republicans to fix the problem they created that has taken money out of New Yorkers' pockets for years. They must lift the cap on the state and local tax deduction, known as our SALT deduction.
Among the executive orders we can expect to see Mr. Trump sign, declaring a national emergency at the Mexico-U.S. border and rescinding DEI initiatives. I'm Sandra Bookman on Capitol Hill, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
Of course, our thanks to Sandra. After the swearing in and after the inaugural address, there normally is a parade that would happen outside in front of some 250,000 people. Because of the cold conditions, that will not happen. Instead, there will be another event taking place at that Capital One Arena, about a mile away from where we are here on Capitol Hill. Sort of an in-place event, a parade indoors, all complete with a marching band. And yes, the then President Trump is expected to attend that as well.